Hey guys, this is Ken from Nippon Bro. How's it going? Hope you guys are having a great day. Going through a typhoon right now, so for at least 2 days I won't be going out. So hopefully editing this video and get it out by tomorrow. Today's Monday, so yeah, Tuesday should be out. And yeah, otherwise, today we're just doing a unboxing, first impressions review of a product that I have been kind of pondering on getting to see, if I do need it or not. But I got it anyways to see if it does me any better. Having said that, let's get into the intro. Welcome back, guys. So basically today unboxing of gotta get the product, hang on one sec. Two products, the Zoom H8 and the attachment that goes with it, which is the SSH-6. I had to look at that one just because I don't know what the actual names of these products are. I wish they could just have a word and not really a code. But otherwise, yeah, these are the two products I'll be unboxing today just because I am doing a first impressions on these, and I don't think, not a lot of people would invest in these just because they might think that, just getting a shotgun mic is okay for their audio, for their YouTube, but YouTube videos nowadays are evolving very much in the high-end quality. And I think a lot of people are just turning that way due to photographers and videographers on that niche channels that they have, and they're producing contents just in their own headshots alone look very professional using lighting. I think a lot of people have moved on from using the ring lights, and even the beauty influencers are starting to use aperture 120Ds, very color accurate, just to be able to put those makeup on and to show the true colors. Having said that, I think audio is something that's next in line to improve in YouTubers, so that's why I have invested in the Zoom H8 and the shotgun mic for it as well. So having said that, we're going to unbox the SSH-6 first, then we'll go on to the H8. First impressions, just a box wise, I think just reading the package alone makes a lot of sense. Let's see, it comes with, this is what it comes with so far. It comes with the mic itself and a windscreen as well. So that is pretty handy. It comes with a windscreen. I'm not sure how good it is. But otherwise, the features on here says ideal for film recording, ideal for, is this ENG recording? And that's supposed to be like, I don't know, usually that means English. So does that mean it's not good for other languages? Zoom. I need to know what this means. So it has gain control as well, and also hyper directional plus variable stereo. So I kind of looked into that part a little bit to see what it actually meant. But I'll get into that in a little bit here. So yeah, let me just unbox this. What it is inside. So first up, I see area windscreen. So that's pretty neat. Yeah, I think first impressions, it's not really too thick of a fabric inside. It's pretty thin. I'm not sure if you guys can see how thin that is. I'm gonna use my other camera as well, which is my iPhone. But yeah, it's not too thick of a material. I don't think this will work in very, very strong winds, but mild breezes might work okay. Essentially what you want to do if you haven't used one of these before is put this on your shotgun mic, and then you would basically just kind of fuzzy it up a little bit. The reason why is because you want the wind to kind of come into the hairs of these, and then the wind will kind of break up and it won't be as strong. That's kind of the concept of a hairy windscreen. But having said that, having a thicker material will do more justice just because it will dampen that wind a lot more. But yeah, otherwise it's just a windscreen. Nothing really much to it. And these are instructions. Oh, mind you guys, I did buy this in Japan. Zoom is a Japanese company, and they're manufactured, I believe they're manufactured in China, but they're designed in Japan. So hopefully my Zoom H8 isn't all going to be in Japanese when I put the batteries in and start going through the menus, because I might have to Google how to actually change the language, or they might have it in their instructions. But yeah, Hopefully that doesn't happen, because the A6400 that I'm using right now to film this is only in Japanese, and there's no language preferences for the A6400 if you do buy it in Japan. So that's one tip for you. If you ever buy anything in Japan, they most likely won't have an English option. Finally, we have the mic itself. So it's kind of wrapped in this, I'm not sure if it's like kind of just a paper wrapping just to protect it, but at least it's protected. And then you got the mic itself. Now first, handling impression of this. It does have a little bit of weight to it, but mostly in this attachment itself. The rest of the mic just feels pretty light. Having said that, this is dual microphones. Now let me explain to you what the Hyper Directional Mic does. So the Hyper Directional Mic, which is in the bottom half here, has a left and a right stereo channel. And then if you do want to, you can record kind of ambient sounds, or you can have multiple people talking left or right, and cover pretty much a 180-degree perspective of sound. You can use that in multiple scenarios, but for me, I usually turn that off just because I'm mostly directional. I'm only recording myself or another subject. But for ambient sounds, if I do go out, I'll probably use the Hyper Directional Mic. Shotgun mic is at the very tip, pretty self-explanatory for that one. And then you have a gain control right here, which I think is really good, so you don't have to really mess around with internal. You can just kind of control the gain here, and yeah. I kind of wish they had kind of like the H6 type of, I believe it was the H6. Let me just check that real quick. No, it's not the H6, it's the H5. So the H5 has a bar here, so it kind of prevents you from accidentally bumping the actual gain control, and possibly just kind of moving it just a little bit, so your gain might be really off. You may never notice it, and then your audio might be clipping, or it might be too low, so when you put it in post, it's a little too late for that. Having said that, I think it's pretty good. These two kind of buttons here are quick release buttons for the actual, if you can kind of see there. But yeah, they're kind of quick releases, so if you press them and then yank it out of the actual device, that's how you kind of take it out. Again, here, I'll just show you the gain control here. And it's pretty smooth. You can easily bump it. It doesn't take me that much effort to turn it even just a little bit, as you can see. It's a little bit concerning, but they do kind of have these side guards just to prevent it a little bit, but we'll see how that goes. So that's pretty much the mic. Now I'm going to unbox the actual main product, which is the H8. Now, if you guys kind of see this product firsthand, and you see on the front of the box, it says 8-track recording. So 8-track recording is internally, it can record 8 tracks. And as well, you might get confused because now on the back of it, it says up to 12 tracks of simultaneous recording. So if you see that right there, a lot of people might get confused with that. But having said that, this Zoom H8 has a 6-port XLR/TSR connector inputs, and you can actually get another attachment that goes above this, and which is the kind of the same octagon shape, and you can attach it on top. Now you'll have 12, and then when you put it onto, let's say like Adobe Audition, you can actually record 12 tracks at one time. I'm probably never going to use that. But having said that, it's nice to have that flexibility in case of future purposes, or if anyone wants to borrow it, then you're more than welcome to use it. Let's open up the box and see what's inside. I bought this in Japan, so of course the first thing you're going to see is basically everything in Japanese, just the way it is. So it comes with two packets of 2 AA batteries, so you get 4 in total. If you do use, I think it was just regular alkaline batteries, then you get about 15 hours of usage. If you use anything else, probably gets around 13 hours of usage. Again, if you use the XLR inputs, that will reduce it significantly. I'm not sure what the actual time is, but it does affect it significantly, so just keep an eye watch for that. The actual 15-hour time is for anything that is not XLR going through the higher power voltage. Those are the batteries. You can also run this H8 off of an external battery as well. I'll show you that in a second here. So the first thing I'm taking out here is, I believe, the capsule. So this one, it can actually do recording of 90 degrees to 120. So as you can see here, all you gotta do is just twist these, and then you got your different angles of recording, just depending on how you want to what range you want to cover in terms of your subject or any ambient sounds that you want to record. Having said that, again, you have the quick release buttons on the side, controlling those. You got a cap on here to protect the actual plugin, and then you got your gain knob again, which is a great feature for this external device. And then let's move on to the actual device here. All right, let's take all this out of here. All right, so basically this is the device here. First impressions, it's plastic. I don't know if it's high-grade plastic or not. Yeah, seems like it's pretty high-grade plastic. It can scratch easily, I believe, but it is a matte finish. It looks a little tactile, so that's pretty cool. It's all black. At first impression, you might think it's pretty complicated, but it's actually not that bad. Basically, each input here for the XLRs, TRS connectors, you have their own gain knob, so that's pretty cool. So if one person's a little quiet in the group, then you can kind of turn that gain knob around and you'll be kind of good to go. Again, a close-up of that. It looks pretty cool. And then this is the LCD screen here. It has a little protective film on it when it comes in the box. So yeah, first impressions, it feels actually not too heavy, so that's pretty good, because I actually intend to put this on top of my camera with the shotgun mic to kind of replace the Deity D3 Pro to see how it kind of records the sound and everything, so we'll see how that goes. I did order I guess it's a custom shock mount made by Movo. I'll link it in the description as well. Just because these don't really have a dedicated Rycote mount made for them from Zoom, so all these other kind of third-party company has made some kind of Rycote mount for it, just so when you put it on top of the camera, you're not going to be able to hear or see the shake of the actual device being on top of your camera and such. I haven't even tested this out, so I wouldn't be able to tell you guys how it all works and everything, but I know another feature here on the bottom here, if you take this kind of rubber packing off, you're going to see this connector. This connector is actually for a Bluetooth device that sticks in here, and then you can attach it to, you can actually link it to your phone app, and you can control this device from that app. So I think that's pretty cool as well. But otherwise, this does take a regular size SD card. Currently it says SDXC, but I believe it takes the other kinds as well. And yeah, you just kind of flip this open right here, and then you can slot your SD card in there. And I think this actually goes up to 512 gigs. The other previous Zoom recorders, they wouldn't really go above 32 gigabyte. Having said that, you can insert like a 64 gig or a 128. Although the more higher the gigabytes are on the SD drive, you are going to have a very, very slow loading time before you can actually use that SD card. So I believe when it came to 64 gigs, it was around 5 minutes of wait time before you can actually use the recorder itself. I'm not sure why that is, but that's just how it is, I guess. Zoom, I don't know. But I think they made the improvement on this one, hopefully. But having said that, not that you're gonna need more than 64 gigs of recording, unless you're recording in 96 Hertz. But a lot of people are just recording 48 Hertz. For those of you who don't know that, that's just the audio quality, and most of the time 48 Hertz is pretty good, especially if you're doing YouTube or live streaming. It's all you need. Having said that, there is an external speaker here, so if you want to listen to it in real time, you can. However, it's not going to be the best quality. It's not going to have your booming bass or anything like that. So just it's enough for you to make sure that you actually heard your voice being recorded. So that's just kind of a contingency right there. Yeah, let me actually just put the batteries in real quick, and I just want to see what the interface looks like. Oh. Cool. That was easy. Now to turn on the device, I believe it's this bottom switch right here where it says hold. Let's just turn that on. Oh, okay. So when you turn this on, you're supposed to just turn this to the on position, and then you're supposed to hold it And then once it turns on the screen, you just let go, and then it'll just go to the middle mode. Thank God it has English. So you just tap there. There is no card in here. That's what it just displayed. Set the time and date. What is the time? Enter. Perfect. So this is the interface that you are looking at here. So it kind of has a field mode, music, podcast, and what does that say? Audio interface, line out level, and SD card on the first menu. And I believe you can just kind of swipe this, and it's going to go to SD card reader, tuner, guitar lab, system, Bluetooth, and language. No clue what those do, but again, here's a little view of that. I like how it's all touchscreen. I like how intuitive it is. It's not obviously your refresh rate of any of the current phones that are out right now, so don't expect it to be super responsive. But otherwise, yeah, if you go into field recorder, again, no card, that's fine. This is where you can see what you're recording and your levels. So that's where you would see that in the first option of field recording. And then I believe you just press home. Yeah, so if you press home here, you'll just go back to this menu. And then music, you can go there. And then I guess you can just check out your music and your levels. And that looks like that. And you just kind of press home again. And then podcast, let's click on that one. And then you'll see kind of like Beats pad there. So that will, you can actually put in your own music and your sounds or whatever you want for your podcast, and you just press on those pads and it'll make the sound. And you can change the level on each of those. So that's pretty cool as well. I'm not going to get too much into the other things. However, this does have a pass-through option where you can actually have a line out straight into your camera, so you can record straight to your camera without having to sync up your audio. So all you got to do is just have a dual 3.5mm jack male-to-male cable, and you're going to just put that into this end here where it says line out, and you're going to stick that straight into your camera on the other side. And then you're going to come into your line out level, which is in the middle option here, and then you're just going to press on that, and then you can change the level of the actual audio that's going into your camera. So that's pretty cool. I don't really like having to sync audio if I don't have to. Another option. Sony's preamps are pretty good. Other cameras, I'm not too sure, but I heard not too great things about the Fuji's and the Pentax and the Olympus cameras. Even Canon doesn't really have a super great audio, but for some reason Sony's do. So if you have a Sony, you're in luck. It's not too much of a difference when it comes to the audio if you go directly to the camera or directly to the zoom or any other external devices and then sync it in post. It's very minute, the difference. Unless you only have a side-by-side comparison, you would only be able to hear a little bit of a difference, and that's because I've looked at other videos on YouTube to be able to know that difference. If you want more further in-depth review of this, I can try to do it, but I'm not really a tech kind of review channel, so I won't be going too in-depth of that. But if you do want to know more about this device and how it works, then go to Curtis Judd's channel, and that is very good for the new Zoom H8 in-depth review and how it works. As far as the price of these things, these actually go for, I believe, $399 on B&H. And then also for this SSH6, this one was $149, I believe. If you want to buy that as a combo, it's pretty good. I'm planning to use it for everything, whether it's kind of in mic right here. Again, I'm going to replace this DD3 Pro. You can probably hear a lot of room ambient right now. You might be able to actually hear the rain that's outside, because I haven't really soundproofed or sound treated this room by any means. So audio quality is probably horrible, but otherwise, having said that, it's going to replace it, and hopefully I get better audio with this device to make my videos a little bit better, and that little bit might just help anyone's channel or any future production, voiceovers, if you want to do music. So that will help you a lot, I believe. I think that's pretty much it for the unboxing and my first impressions of the device. I think overall it's great. Oh, one more thing I forgot was this capsule right here It also comes in with a 3.5mm jack, and the reason why they have this is you can actually put your lav mic in here and you can plug it in, have a lav mic, put this device on the side, have it so you don't have this big honking thing even sitting right in front of you, above you, to the side, or whatever that you may have. Or you might have a really good lav mic and it's just better quality than what they have provided with you here. Sometimes you can even, this is a pretty big device having said that, but you can actually have this kind of clip to the side of you and then have it as a lav mic, a wireless lav, and you can kind of sync it in post later if you really wanted to do it that way as well, which I'll try in the future. And that's pretty much it for my review and my first impressions of this Zoom H8. If you like what you saw, press and smash the like button and turn on the notifications for future videos. And the future video, I hope soon, within probably next week, would be the blankets, and I can actually show you guys what it sounds like after I've kind of acoustically treated this little frame here that I built. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. It helps me out a lot as a channel, and all the equipment that I'm using for this video and other videos that I've made in the past are linked down below. So please go check those out. Those are affiliate links, and which helps me out a lot through this channel and the company of Nippon Pro as well. I'll see you guys in the next one and probably later in the week. Alright guys, peace out. Have a good one.